this is a double-edged sword. They have to interview you, but you also have to interview them, because they are an organization with the money, but you are a nurse with a license that does the work to make them money. Hospitals don't operate without nurses. We are the largest percentage of the hospital employees in most hospitals. Not all hospitals, so all of you want to jump and be like, oh, I work at a specialty hospitals and there's only X amount of nurses and da-da. I don't care about that. I'm just talking about in general. So comment if you want, but if not, keep it moving. But anyway, so, you know, market yourself, find a way to insert yourself, but you still have to talk about those coins. You can't let that go undone. You can't have this whole huge discussion and not talk about those coins. So I'm here to put that out there. I'm not going to talk about at what hospitals, what you make or what this person made. But I do want to put some terminology out there to new nurses that I didn't know. And maybe you know, but I didn't know because I don't have all these prior nurses in my family and stuff like that. A lot of things that I know, I found out, I had to get it out the mud. I'm just being 100% with you all right now. So let's talk about this. First of all, new grad pay. What you want to know is the base pay. What is the base pay for a new grad nurse? Now, whether you got an ASN or a BSN, I don't even know if that matters because I don't have an ASN, never had an ASN. I don't know nobody with an ASN. But you want to know if there's a difference because the ASN is about 2 years. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I think ASN is 2 years and the BSN is a 4-year program. There is a difference in the curriculum. So if somebody be like, well, there's no difference in ASN or BSN, nothing but the time. The time frame is different. But that's not the only thing that's different. The curriculum is different. What you learn is the same up to a certain point because as a BSN, you're in school way longer than the ASN nurses. So in that gap, there is something that you are learning that they did not learn. So no shade video because I don't want no smoke with no ASN nurses. Okay, I love y'all, respect y'all, and thank y'all for coming to work because y'all the difference between me having 8 patients and having 4. So anyway, back to the video. Oh, about those coins. So I just wanted to come quickly and drop some verbiage on you guys, just so you can know the things to say to kind of get more information about the pay. So first of all, base pay, like I said before, you want to know what's the base pay for a such and such nurse, whether you're ASN nurse, BSN nurse, are you a nurse, LPN to RN, what is the pay for somebody fresh out of school with no experience? So then you say, okay, what is the pay if I have a second degree? If this is my second degree, if I have a bachelor's degree on top of my nursing, like if this is your second career, that's what I'm trying to say. So you want to find out, does that add any value? Like being that I was a dietitian before practicing as an RN or becoming an RN. So you want to find that out. And also if you're coming with any certifications. So some people might go get a ACLS or as an LPN or their PALS certification. So if you're coming in LPN RN and you might say, okay, do I get more if I'm already certified in XYZ? They may say yes, they may say no, but ask those questions. Because if you don't ask whether you have it or not, if you don't ask, they won't give it to you. Next, we're going to talk about something called specialty pay. If you go into a specialty, what extra pay do you get? There is a such thing. So as a ER nurse, your specialty pay might be X amount of dollars. So you will know, okay, I'm going to add this on top of the base pay. So if your base pay is $36 and your specialty pay is $4, okay, now you're making $40 an hour out the gate. So that's important. That's called specialty pay. Med-Surg has Med-Surg is a specialty. So Med-Surg have a specialty pay. It depends on the hospital. Some hospitals offer this, some hospitals don't. But you have to ask. Also, there's something called block pay. And block pay is just an additional dollar amount that's added per hour for you being there. Some hospitals like to associate it with the nursing crisis, the national shortage of nurses. I'm sorry, the national shortage. So some hospitals like to say, okay, well, because we are working shorthanded, here is more money on top of your per hour because you're taking on such a heavy patient load or whatever the deal is. So find out about those type of things, because if you don't talk about money and you accept the job and you want to talk about it after the fact, you're losing. You want to make sure the money is right and has been discussed and everybody's in agreement with it and you have a clear understanding. So whenever you get your paycheck, you're like, okay, this makes sense. Also, the money and the work has to make sense. You need to ask about ratios. What's the nurse to patient ratio? Because somebody's going to offer you $25, but the ratio is 1 to 10 or 1 to 8. That ain't, number one, that ain't right. That ain't safe. But the money does not match the labor. Period. Because it's your license that's on the line. So you have to begin to think like that. You have to begin to think, okay, I'm going to market myself and this is how much I'm worth. And that first job, they might not feel like you're worth that much. So it's up to you to stand on that and say, you know what? Well, I have a few other job offers on the table. I have a few other interviews that I have to partake in this week. Is it okay if I get back with you no later than Thursday or no later than next week, if that's okay? I would like to weigh my options. Most of the time, they'll be like, well, why? What's going on? And you can say, well, such and such, they have a better offer on the table for me. You all both are what I'm looking for in the organization. But, instead of offering me $39 an hour right now, they're offering me $42.50. And most HRs, they start off lowballing you anyway. So, know that they're going to try to start you off with the lowest possible. So, always highball so you guys can meet in the middle so you can get what you want. So, a few terms that I went over was base pay, specialty pay, block pay, relative to the nursing shortage, the nursing crisis, and hazard pay. A lot of people aren't paying hazard pay as much anymore because, the pandemic is not over, but we're on the other side of it. So it's still good to find out, do you guys pay hazard pay? And if they aren't paying hazard pay anymore, it's good to find out, what is the plan if another pandemic comes, or what's the plan for nurses, because like I said, it's your license. So I'm done. I've talked way too long anyways. Like, I can't even believe I talked this long. So if you sleep, wake up. But yeah, I'm gonna get off of this video. Thank you for stopping by, and remember what I said, market yourself.